Sometimes a desperation move isn't bad. Usually it's at the end of a match, but never know when you're good and fresh and you can hold them down. But Jimmy Lacani likes tugging the guys down and getting them in a front headlock or an underhook, and that's where he has Wyatt Pfau right now. I got an underhook. Trying to control the other arm.
Canfield got an escape. He's up 1-0 with 1:41 left in the second period.
Pfau and Lacani right on the edge of the mat, fighting for inside position. Lacani reaches for a knee. Pfau blocks that. Pfau shoots him out of bounds. 17 seconds left in the first period, no score. And this is where Pfau needs to turn it on if he wants to make it to the championship.
We've seen him throw and we've seen him turn his hips, so if he'll go guns a-blazing, he's smart enough too. If he gets up by a few points, if he could get that throw and get some back points out of it, he can stall the whole match out and make it look good. We've seen him do that before.
Wyatt Pfau's choice on the coin flip, he defers to Lacani. Lacani chooses down here in the second period.
The referee for that match is Brad Pickert. Again, we said his name earlier. He's from Berthoud. He's very aware of both of these wrestlers because he's probably officiated them both several times this year already.
Lacani hits a switch right on the whistle and comes up and faces Wyatt Pfau, gets a 1-point escape, reaches in, grabs a knee. They're tied up ear to ear. As Pfau backs away from that.
30 seconds left over here in Canfield's second period. He's still up 1-0. Appenzeller's having a hard time generating any offense against Canfield as he's down in a good stance and doing a good job of tying his heads and hands.
Wyatt Pfau caught underneath on his knees. Jimmy Lacani trying to turn the corner and grab an ankle or a knee. I'm sure Wyatt Pfau's just trying to grab onto that elbow and get a stalemate call, and that's what we're going to get. He looked to be in a little trouble there for a minute.
Pfau's smart. He knows how to knock. He knows what the criteria is on a takedown. Usually does a pretty good job of staying square with people. So here we go in the third period. Appenzeller from Ignacio chooses down.
Oh, and Wyatt Pfau gives up a takedown. He's in that front headlock. And Jimmy Lacani just throws him by and comes around behind, gets a takedown. There's a stand-up by Wyatt Pfau. He pulls to within 2 points, 3-1. At 30 seconds left in the second period.
Canfield still winning 1-0. Appenzeller just got to his feet. Canfield dropped down to his leg, a single. But Appenzeller, he goes into that funky counter with the single and he pulls Canfield back onto his back. And he gave up back points there. He gave up 2 back points at least. He gave up 3. He's down 5-1. And that was off of his shot. Just standing there flat-footed with that single leg and not moving.
Wyatt Pfau's going to go into the third period down 3-1. He's going to choose the bottom position.
Lesson there for Marino is to try to make sure they always remember. Canfield's got to remember that he's got to keep moving. You get a single leg on a guy, you can't stand there and muscle it. You're going to have to keep him hopping. If you don't keep him busy, he's going to find a way to put you on your back, and that's exactly what Appenzeller did. 44 seconds left, 43, 42. Appenzeller's on top. He's got a leg in. There's no stall calls. Canfield's having a hard time getting off his belly because Appenzeller's got his knees in the air with those legs.
Jimmy Lacani just riding Wyatt Pfau out. Now he throws a leg in on Pfau. Minute 10 seconds left, and he's got Pfau kind of stretched out there. Pfau needs to come up to a base and get out of this. Losing by 2 points. We're going to get a stalemate. That's good for Pfau. We can head back to the Head back to the center. Looked like Pfau lost his mouthpiece for a minute. Went and picked it up and shoved it back in. Licani gets on from the right side. Grabs an ankle. Busts Pfau down. Now rides that spiral ride around. And he's tough riding that spiral ride. Up comes Wyatt Pfau with 50 seconds left. Scores 3-2 now.
Tell you what, this is just Pfau's game because he's got such a good throw. If he can get LeConte pushing back into him, he might have him. Canfield just lost. He lost 5-1.
Wyatt Pfau gets caught underneath in that front headlock position again. Pfau needs to back out of that or get out of bounds, one of the two. But he's stuck in that front headlock, and he is going to get out of bounds with 18 seconds left.
Well, he needs to attack. He's got to attack.
And Licani's just kind of backing away, which I don't blame him. Now, once again, Wyatt Pfau gets caught underneath right at the edge of the mat. Gets stuck in that underhook position. 5 seconds. He's got to shoot. He's got to do something. And Wyatt Pfau's going to lose just the same way Cox did by a score of 3-2 and drop into the consolation.